Hello, my name is Kylie Wicks and I'm the Clinical Services Manager for Paraquad New South Wales. The purpose of this video is to provide information to NDIS participants and their families and carers to help in planning for incontinence management within an NDIS plan. In this video, I'll talk about my experiences in continence selection, also known as continence prescription, for people with disabilities under the funding criteria of NDIS. I'll also talk about the importance of a continence assessment. I'd like to acknowledge that neither I nor the Continence Foundation of Australia represents the NDIS, and the information presented on the NDIS in this video is publicly available information from their website. Continence management within the community is changing with the introduction of NDIS. Australia is moving towards a disability services sector where people with disabilities purchase their support individually, replacing the existing block-funded state systems. The NDIS is not means tested, but there are eligibility criteria. Under these criteria, the participant must be under 65 when making the application, be an Australian citizen or resident, or a permanent visa holder, and meet the disability or early intervention requirements. More information about eligibility can be found on the NDIS website, ndis.gov.au. The biggest change for you, if you have a disability or care for someone with a disability under the NDIS, is increased choice and control in how you manage your life, including your continence management. This does not mean it's an open market where you can have anything you want, but rather approval is based on what is considered reasonable and necessary. A definition of what is reasonable and necessary can be found on the NDIS website. There is no set list of continence products and aids you must use. The NDIS pricing guide groups product types into pricing clusters, which give a guide of the product management styles rather than a list of specific products. It's now very important that you not only understand your continence management needs, but also the products and aids which will suit your individual needs. Remember, being incontinent does not mean you cannot leave your home, or that you should limit the activities you engage in. However, it does involve some careful planning. Prior to attending a planning session, you need to consider the following questions in relation to your continence management. Do you have a continence plan? If so, is it working? Are you experiencing complications? Will your lifestyle choices and goals affect your continence management plan? Does your continence management style need to be changed? Do you need additional products or different products to manage your incontinence? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then you should have a continence assessment or your continence management plan reviewed. It is really important that the way you manage your incontinence is appropriate to your life. To help you develop an effective continence management plan, it may be necessary to have a continence assessment, especially if you've never had an assessment before. A number of times I've come across people who feel the information they were given in the past to manage their incontinence has not met their needs. It's important to remember that a continence assessment by an appropriately qualified person should ensure that your continence management plans meet your current needs. Information needs to be shared on the strategies to ensure that your incontinence does not prevent or impede you from achieving your chosen goals or participating in the community. It is important to remember that everyone is different, and the impact of incontinence is not simply related to severity. It depends on many personal characteristics, such as age, gender, and lifestyle choices. When you have a continence assessment, it is important that your lifestyle preferences and goals are taken into account in the plan. A continence management plan must be effective, reliable, practical, and sociably acceptable, and be tailored to be effective. A continence assessment is usually performed by a continence nurse advisor or a disability-specific nurse consultant. As part of a continence assessment, the nurse will assess the type of management plan required, the equipment needed, the projected cost, and any training requirements you or your carer may need if you are using continence products or aids. The nurse, who assesses the continence management plan, for a client with a disability is required to have detailed knowledge of the pathways involved in urination or defecation and the effects of the disability type on those pathways. A good continence management plan takes into account your lifestyle choices and goals and needs to be compatible to the environments you're in and the activities you do. A successful continence management program requires careful planning. Many people may find developing an NDIS plan difficult and may need some help. Further information on the NDIS can be found at ndis.gov.au or by calling 1800 800 110. The National Continence Helpline can also help you with planning for your continence management needs. Phone the National Continence Helpline on 1800 33 0066. It's a free, confidential phone service staffed by continence nurse advisors providing information and advice on continence management, continence services, continence products and resources. The helpline operates Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m, Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can also visit the Continence Foundation of Australia website at continence.org.au. The Continence Foundation website has a wide range of resources available for download, including easy English versions of some of the most popular fact sheets. A wide range of educational videos with closed caption are also available on the website. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.